The details surrounding her death remains undisclosed. A family source confirmed the passing of the GFP's leader to the media on Tuesday, October 29. The family member disclosed that she passed away on Monday, October 28. Ekuadonko was a prominent and spirited voice in Ghanaian politics, known for her dedication to advocating for farmers and women's rights. As the founder of GFP, she became a recognizable figure, often capturing public attention with her bold and outspoken approach to addressing the needs of grassroots communities. Over the years, Ekuadonko distinguished herself by running for the presidency multiple times, undeterred by limited financial resources. Having contested in 2 previous elections, Ekuadonko was listed as a 3rd candidate on the ballot for the 2024 presidential race. Her passing marks the end of an era, closing a unique chapter in Ghana's political history. The late GFP leader began her presidential aspirations when she was elected as the Assemblywoman for Herman. Her first attempt at the presidency came in 2012 when she applied to run as an independent candidate. She was, however, disqualified by the Electoral Commission for the reason that she did not meet the eligibility requirement. Although Ekuadonko disagreed with this decision, she did not resort to legal redress. Instead, she threw her support behind Papa Kwesi Indom of the Progressive People's Party, PPP. She was once again disqualified in 2016 after her Ghana Freedom Party's headquarters in Kabul, located in the eastern region, was gutted by fire in early January.
Still to come in tonight's bulletin, presidential candidate for the position National Democratic Congress John Dramani Mahama has posed 5 questions asking the presidential candidate of the governing New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to answer them.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the cedi and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Madam Hisense ni dem e woman there e check roy everything 28 October I come 8 no a Hisense fridge promo so we heavy Ghana had there e pan fridge ya Hisense nkodo be 35 Hisense ye never fi ya factory and about hot direct pa e che e fe e twinam kanea abuano so Hisense nkoa and auto fridge we ho a ye ma first manufacturer defect warranty say a 5-bedroom house and now small apartment school, office, restaurants, and a cold store. High sense for fridge. I say, who am I review? Every 28 October, I come in 8 no. Bora high sense showroom bia. Na kwa Jodian. High sense prices for everyday people.
Many thanks for staying tuned. And now let's take you to the camp of the NDC, where the presidential candidate for the opposition National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has posed 5 questions asking the presidential candidate for the governing New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to answer them. Speaking during his tour in the northern region, he said the NPP flag bearer has shifted his focus from his economic lecture to pursuing digitalization issues.
Posed 170 questions to my Vice President, Amy Sata. He should go and answer the 170 questions himself. Indeed, he shouldn't answer 170 questions. He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Ezu, why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, you should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4, why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions. We don't need 170 questions. 170, if he wants, he can answer them himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him, he should come and answer them.
Now, John Dramani Mahama further has expressed deep concern about the disruption of public peace during the tenure of the NPP, citing a renewed chieftaincy clash in Boku. Long-standing conflict reignited by the return of the rival chief Alhaji Seydou Bagri from exile has resulted in the loss of at least 2 lives and several injuries.
Unfortunately, any time the peace of Ghana will be disturbed, it is the MPP government that is in power. Recently, I've been hearing some things happening in Boku that appear to be threatening to disturb the peace there. I just appeal to the people of Boku area and all those who are stakeholders in what is happening there to exercise patience, exercise restraint. We know that there are some sinister hands who are trying to stoke the fires of ethnic conflict. They should not allow themselves to be provoked to violence. And so please, the people of Boku area, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, remain calm, be restrained, don't resort to conflict. NDC is coming. When we come, we will make sure there is peace in Boku and surrounding areas.
Now, still in the NDC camp, where the National Democratic Congress Zongo Caucus in the Dododiodio constituency has officially sworn in its newly elected executive members. The new leadership is tasked with supporting the party's efforts to retain the constituency seat and help the NDC's flag bearer John Dramani Mahama secure victory in the upcoming December 7th elections.
NDC Zongo Caucus in Odododiodio, a key constituency for the party, is mobilizing grassroots efforts ahead of the December polls. The newly sworn-in executive members have pledged to work diligently to ensure the NDC maintain its dominance in the constituency and push John Dramani Mahama into power by January 7th. At the ceremony, the National Communication Officer of the NDC Zongo Caucus, Alhaji Mohammed Naziru, took the opportunity to advise Ghanaian to stay alert during the election process. Alhaji Mohammed Naziru stressed the importance of safeguard the integrity of the vote, calling on party supporters to be fully engaged at the polling station on the election day.
Vigilance, 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 vigilance. Vigilance again, because that is the only way out. That is what we expect all members to adhere to, so that we will not allow what happened some time back to recur again. So vigilance, 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 vigilance. And that is our message, and that is going to be our conduct. No matter what, I mean, we are going to remain vigilant, because we know the good people of Ghana have promised to vote for us, and they will vote for us. And for that matter, all that they need from us is vigilance, and we are going to ensure that.
Several newly elected executives of the NDC Odododiodio Zongo Caucus also spoke to our news team, expressing their determination to work hand in hand with local communities.
We are going to make sure that every vote is account. The Zongos are mostly seen as people who are used for election days. The Zongos are people who want the truth. We start to make sure our votes are counted. Whoever votes for John Dramani Mahama, vote counted. Nobody is rigging election. I repeat, nobody is rigging any election. Politics. Christians and politics. Anything that was caucus, who said, near Baunia camp, because of when you put Obama na fine, when you say, Obama for the Modi ever to about the Amabaumia, the percentage say, and come over haram.
As the election draw near, the NDC Zongo Caucus in the Odododiodio hopes that their efforts will boost the party's chances of success both locally and nationally.
And now away from politics, let's now shift our attention to some matters of education, because the Ministry of Education has officially released the 2024-2025 placement results for students entering senior high schools and technical and vocational education and training institutions. This release allows thousands of students to check their school placement and secure admission for the upcoming academic year.
The Ministry of Education has officially released the 2024-2025 placement results for the students entering senior high schools and technical and vocational education and training (TVET) institutions. The release allows thousands of students to check their school placement and secure admission for the upcoming academic year. According to a statement by the Ministry, of the 563,339 results received from the West African Examinations Council (WAEC), a total of 553,155 candidates qualified for placement. Out of these, 447,698 candidates, making up 80.93% of the qualified group, were automatically placed into one of their selected school choices. However, not all candidates were successfully matched. Approximately 119 qualified students could not be placed in any of their preferred choices. To assist these students, the ministry has encouraged them to use the self-placement platform where they can select schools that will have available slots. For those checking their placement status, the ministry has provided a step-by-step process. Qualified students are to visit the official CSSPS website, enter their 10 digits index number followed by their year of completion. Additionally, the ministry has set up multiple resources to assist the public, including the National Solution Center at Nat Hall, Adabraka, Accra, as well as 16 regional solution centers. Students and parents can also call the helpline at 0308258001 for further assistance with any placement-related enquiries.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, has cautioned against the hasty abolition of the double-track system, warning that an abrupt end to the system could have lasting consequences on students' future.
Minister Dr. Yao Osei Educhum has cautioned against the hasty abolition of the double-track system, warning that an abrupt end to the system could have lasting consequences on students' future. His remarks comes in response to a pledge by the National Democratic Congress (NDC) to eliminate the double-track system if elected in the 2024 elections. Dr. Educhum stressed that phasing out the system must be done strategically by first expanded facilities to accommodate more students. He highlighted that the government has already made progress through the Ministry of Education by constructing additional accommodation facilities in several schools and gradually phasing out the double-track system, with no plans to extend this process to more institutions. During a presentation on the state of Ghana's education to the clergy in the Ashanti region on Tuesday, October 29, Dr. Educhum emphasized that cancelling the double-track system purely for political motives will risk creating further educational challenges.
You are still watching the live telecast of news. I'll return shortly after this breather with some more updates. To stay.
Mama, stop worrying. How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us.
The kidney disease has taken the toll on my son and our finances.
Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobna's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Do you know your history as Africans? If you do not know where you are coming from, the journey forward will not be easy. Fellow Africans, we are proud to announce that the award-winning Bisabrewa Museum at Nkontompo Second D is 5 years. Anniversary activities. Friday, 1st November, 10 a.m. Interactive lectures on 4 legends of the West. Pa Grant, Kwame Nkrumah, Hannah Kujo, and Nanan Ketia IV. Tour of the unique Bisabrewa Museum from 2 p.m. Film show, all the award-winning films by Kwawansa at cool prices. Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. Tour of the museum. Exhibition of Bisabua, one-of-a-kind creative works. Film show, all the award-winning films by Kwawansa at cool prices. From 9 a.m. Bring your children to enjoy games like Ampe, Tumatu, Swing, Slide, and others. Saturday at 6 p.m. live performance featuring the amazing Ambole, Amanziba, Kofi Kinata. Enjoy the celebration with African food and drinks at cool price. Visit Bisabrewa Museum at Inkontompo, Sekondi Takrade, where Africa's story is told, and you will be proud to be African.
Many thanks for staying tuned. In business news tonight, Martin Kwame Awaga, president of the Ghana FinTech and Payments Association, has called on stakeholders in the fintech industry to intensify public awareness to educate Ghanaians about the benefits and opportunities of fintech. Speaking at a media launch event, he emphasized the need for increased awareness and understanding of fintech services, which he believes will drive adoption and financial inclusion.
Speaking at a media launch event, Mr. Kwame Awaga emphasized the need for increased awareness and understanding of fintech services, which he believes will drive adoption and financial inclusion. He added that fintech has the potential to transform Ghana's financial landscape, but all the stakeholders need to educate the public about its benefits. He stressed that fintech can improve access to financial services.
The financial sector has grown by leaps and bounds because of the trust we have in the financial ecosystem. Now, because we are all now going digital and we are seeing the effects of digital transformations in our daily lives, businesses and everything else that involves our day-to-day activities. Now, because of that, a lot of man hours is spent on the internet, okay, using our phones and all that. So that means that there's the need for data privacy and protection. There's the need to strengthen cybersecurity issues. For instance, these days everybody has an app. Most people have an app on their phones for financial transactions. Now, in as much as these things exist, there is the effect of losing your funds through fraudulent means, through phishing scams.
In order to bridge the gap between the language barrier in the fintech business, the Suriname ambassador to Ghana says the sector players must pay attention to address the concern.
Since slavery time, it's transatlantic slavery. If you look at me, I look just like the African. I'm still African and I still feel like African, but I have another nationality. It's South America. So the language barrier is one problem that we need to overcome. And with this technology, where every young people in the world understand better than my generation, this is a very good and innovative stuff. Because if you understand the fintech language, then you will overcome the spoken languages that everybody can understand because it's coded.
Still in the business news, the annual Agile African Conference held at the University of Ghana brought together industry leaders and professionals to share insights on the latest Agile methodologies in software development.
The event emphasized the significance of agile adoption in Africa's digital transformation journey. Louisa Mensah, a keynote speaker, highlighted the importance of continuous learning and adoption to new methodologies. According to her, in today's fast-paced digital landscape, professionals must stay up to date with industry trends to remain competitive.
Provide coaching, mentorship. We have organizations that have called us to come help them transform their organization, to transform their teams, to help them deliver. So whatever, we are open, our doors are open for all these different organizations to reach out to us so that we can come help them. When we come in, we observe your ways of working. We recommend new ways of working. We teach a lot about mindset and thinking outside the box. We help people streamline their processes so that, because with the agile ways of working, you need to start delivering every 2 or 3 weeks, between 2 weeks and a month. Those that really advanced teams would deliver within a week.
Experts shared best practices and lessons learned from successful agile implementations, addressing challenges such as organizational resistance to change, lack of senior leadership commitment, and agile skill gaps.
Some people may think, what is she talking about? But then a typical example is Apple. When you get the Apple product, we get a day and then we're told that the new Apple iPhone is out. But then when you buy it, it doesn't have all the features they've set in place. As you're using the phone, you get an update that tells you iOS upgrade. Those are other features they planned for you, but whilst you're using the phone, they're releasing the feature. So in so doing, they get their return on investment. They've got some money to continue running their business, and you as a user as well are happy with the product. So these are the kind of things we come to organizations, we teach them how to do it so that they can also grow. So our doors are open to anybody who wants to come so that we can help them to improve.
And now the 8th edition of the Ghana Energy Awards held in Accra is aimed to promote and encourage individuals doing tremendous in the industry. Beyond celebrating achievement, the event also placed the spotlight on the transformative impact of local content initiatives.
Organized by the Energy Media Group, this year's event was under the theme, The Role of Local Content in Building Ghana's Energy Sector. Endorsed by the Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council, the event emphasized the strategic roles of various sector agencies in leveraging local aspects for sustainable growth. The ceremony was graced by Osaberima Kwesiata II, the Omahini of the Ugwa traditional area, alongside some of the energy sector finest. In his address, the chief underscored the energy sector's vital role in Ghana's development, highlighting it not only as an economic lifeline, but also the foundation for industrialization and sustainable growth.
We place great value on the active participation of our people in the development of our land. As kings and traditional rulers, it is our duty to ensure that our communities are not left behind, especially when it comes to benefiting from the God-given resources with which we have been blessed. Local content policies are key to achieving this. They are the tools that allow us to ensure that our own people, our businesses, and our communities are actively involved and benefit from energy resources at our disposal. Tonight, I want to encourage all of us gathered here to be reminded of the responsibility we each bear in driving our local content agenda forward. The Ministry of Energy has done marvelously in this regard and can still do more. We must push for an environment where all stakeholders, both local and foreign, are empowered to participate fully in this journey.
The Deputy Energy Minister, John Sani, who delivered a speech on behalf of the Minister of State at the Ministry of Energy, Herbert Krampa, noted that Ghana is rewriting the narrative of its energy sector by formulating policies that promote local content, ensuring that a greater portion of the sector remains under Ghanaian ownership.
Energy Commission Airline 2354
compliance with the local content and local participation regulation, which leads to issuance of the local content certificate, is now prerequisite for the obtaining a license to operate in the electricity supply industry, ESI. To date, Mr. Chairman, the Commission has satisfied 82 entities as local content compliant, including companies involved in wholesale electricity supply, electricity distribution, renewable energy installation, and maintenance and importation. This harmonization strengthens local participation and ensure that key industry players contribute to the development of Ghana's energy sector by utilizing Ghanaian goods, services, expertise for their operations.
The event director,
121212
officer,
okay.
Media Group engineer Henry Taylor noted that the choice of the theme accentuates a formative force to ensure that the sector's benefits stay within the nation, empowering local talent and reducing dependence on foreign.
No, I thought you weren't having stories, so I only brought 2 stories.
News tonight.
Do you know your history as Africans? If you do not know where you are coming from, the journey forward will not be easy. Fellow Africans, we are proud to announce that the award-winning Bisabura Museum at Nkontompo Second D is 5 years. Anniversary activities. Friday, 1st November, 10 a.m. Interactive lectures on 4 legends of the West. Pa Grant, Kwame Nkrumah, Hannah Kujo, and Nanan Ketia IV. Tour of the unique Bisabura Museum from 2 p.m. Film show, all the award-winning films by Kwawansa at cool prices. Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. Tour of the museum. Exhibition of Bisabura, one-of-a-kind creative works. Film show, all the award-winning films by Kwawansa at cool prices. From 9 a.m. Bring your children to enjoy games like Ampe, Tumatu, Swing, Slide, and others. Saturday at 6 p.m. live performance featuring the amazing Ambole, Amanziba, Kofi Kinata. Enjoy the celebration with African food and drinks at cool price. Visit Bisabura Museum at Nkontompo, Second Takrade, where Africa's story is told, and you will be proud to be African.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, no be say boys no want do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Just no deal.
I understand your hassle. Hope they come. John Mahama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where he go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, wait till be that.
John Mahama knows say no be everybody way won't work for office. Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this. I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Yeah. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, tiling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing, they say, when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. Oh, that's be one wonderful.
Another wonderful thing be say, when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7 December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting? For your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola. Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
So are we coming here or there?
Many thanks for staying tuned. And now the Ghana Living Standard Survey under the auspices of the Ghana Statistical Service will begin collection of data from selected households. This data provides information for understanding and monitoring living conditions in Ghana. The 8th round, which is scheduled to commence on 1st November 2024, will focus on learning poverty. Now, speaking to journalists during the closing ceremony of the train field officers, the coordinator for the Ghana Living Standards Survey, Abina A. Osayakoto, said the focus on learning poverty is to find out children who are able to read and understand a simple text by age 10. The Ghana Statistical Service will begin its data collection for the 8th round of the Ghana Living Standard Survey. Okay. This data provides information for understanding and monitoring living conditions in Ghana. Each round of the Ghana Living Standard Survey has a specific focus, with the Ghana Living Standard Survey 8 focusing on learning poverty. Among others, the Ghana Living Standard Survey will give comprehensive data on the basic literacy and numeracy skills of children and adolescents to measure learning poverty in Ghana. The data collection for the Ghana Living Standard Survey 8 will span a period of 12 months, from 31st October 2024 to October 2025. A total of 25,650 households across Ghana have been selected to participate in this exercise. The 2021 population and housing census indicated that 30.2% of the population 6 years and older were not literate in any language, highlighting the need for a detailed data to support the design and implementation of interventions to reduce illiteracy. As a result of that, the service has trained field officers to collect such data. Speaking to journalists during the closing ceremony for the trained field officers, the coordinator for the Ghana Living Standard Survey, Abina A. Osayakoto, explained the learning poverty concept.
Learning poverty is finding out children 10 years who are able to read and understand a text that has been prescribed for that age level, and they are able to read and understand. So what we did was to engage the Ministry of Education and NACA as mentioned, and we prepared test items for these children, and here we concentrated on ages 4 to 17 years. We want to find out and assess them on literacy levels as well as numeracy levels. So the learning poverty will help us report globally on how the country fares on that indicator. But generally, we are going to get all other indicators related to education, especially SDG 4.1.1, A, B, and C.
Director in charge for business industry and trade statistics, Dr. Wusi Keja, also speaking to journalists, gave a report about the number of field officers they have trained and the duration of the exercise.
We have 1,710 enumeration areas, so we call it clusters. So spread all over the 16 administrative regions. When it comes to the enumerators, we have over 300 of them, and so we have 300 because there are levels of engagement. We have some of them, 38 of them, who are serving as supervisors. We have 38 of them who are serving as senior interviewers, and the rest are the interviewers who are directly engaging the respondents to get us the information.
Next is sports.
Good evening, and let's take you through everything in the world of sports with me right here in Saki on News Hour. We are streaming live for you on Facebook at TV Africa Ghana. Now to our very first story, the NDC Zongo Caucus in the Odododio constituency has successfully organized a health walk aimed at promoting fitness and rally support ahead of the December 7th general election. The event also served as a platform to send a political message to voters regarding the fitness of Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to lead the country. Ahead of the upcoming elections, the NDC Zongo Caucus organized a health walk over the weekend. The walk, which began at Opera Square and passed through the post office, High Street and Shatawale Beach, saw hundreds of party supporters in attendance. The purpose of the walk was threefold. First, to ensure the constituents remain fit and ready for the elections. Second, to strengthen the NDC's grip on the Odododio constituency seat. And third, to send a clear message that Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is not fit to be the president of Ghana. The caucus also took the opportunity to criticize Vice President Bawumia's leadership, accusing him of failing to deliver on his promises. According to the organizers, this is one of the reasons why he should not be entrusted with the presidency.
Anything the Zongo Caucus, I said you say, young Korash, young Kovasa, Bawumia, Tuana, which you can Yama, and as I said, Santana and who do in Muslim, and they are piece of work. Young Muslims, they believe, said, Dan, I mean, you, Amayano, a piece of force because we are not correct and found the competence of the Traman, and yet by force, Cremonia, or the Cremonca. Kanya make us a little bit of our norm. Baba, we have persona, nation addresser, or no support as a Muslim, no, slave queen, Bamian so Timothy, Muslims, so Obian, they were a bit of what being very serious. A tafsir, first, fasting time as I don't know. Bamian Tina Masalachi Bakwa said, or the criminal animal Yamu could take tafsir. I will Limamu Bida or promote Muslim, Bamian Bida.
As the walk progressed through the streets of Accra, the participants chanted and waved NDC flag, sending a strong signal of their readiness to keep the party in control of the constituency. With the election day drawing near, events like this health walk are part of the NDC strategy to mobilize grassroots support. The party is confident that these efforts will help them maintain the Odododio seat and drive the NDC to victory. So Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola congratulates Rodri on winning the Ballon d'Or and give his thoughts on Real Madrid boycotting the ceremony.
What can I say? So first, of course, congratulate him and all his family and dear friends. It's an incredible news for him and of course for all of us, for all Manchester City, for our fans. We are so proud of him. I think it's the first time. We could never imagine, years ago that one player received this prestigious award. That we are so delighted to be part of it, to share it with him. And yes, hopefully can give him this energy to recover well for next season, be with us again.
That you don't like?
Nothing to say. If they wanna go, it's fine. They don't wanna go, it's fine as well. So they wanna congratulate, it's fine. They don't wanna do it, it's fine as well. So absolutely, Manchester City, we are not here to judge what the other clubs decide what they have to do. So I would say for us, even last season, for example, that Erling won the treble. more than 50 goals. And I said to him, just being there is, you have to be so happy. And I think Rodri went there all the time. I said, if you are in the first 2, 3 or 4, it's exceptional. That means you have done an incredible year and you have to be so satisfied. So last season Erling should have won, yes. Messi should have won like they won, yes. So this at the end is not important. Important is that, you know, represent something daily in the world football, because you personally, with your mates, with your friends, your teammates, have done something really nice season. And after, the people will believe that maybe you should win this one. It's fine, you know.
So that's all for sports this evening on News Hour. My name is Enoch Nesaki. Up next is international news.
Of Congo, who were meant to leave in December, are staying put for the moment as a result of ongoing violence as M23 rebels press ahead with their offense. The country's government says it is putting in place a new time frame for their departure. Associated Press reporters traveled to a UN base not far from the front lines, where peacekeepers say they are protecting hundreds of thousands of displaced people. The UN mission has been there for more than 20 years, tasked with protecting the population. But many Congolese feel like nothing has changed since they arrived, and that no one is properly defending them. It also added that it is unclear who would take the place of the peacekeepers once they leave. Now, more than 120 armed groups are battling for land and mineral resources in the country's east. The violence has forced around 7 million people from their homes. And that's our wrap up tonight's bulletin. Many thanks for joining me this evening. My name is Akle Dosu. You have a good evening.